Hi guys, and welcome back. You are once again at home with CARDYGOLF, and today we have Q&A number 2. Thanks for the response from the last one. I always get a bit worried that people find a Q&A is a little bit boring, but I got a really good response from it. So just to break up the monotony of watching me hit chips in the garden or putts in the kids' playroom, I'm going to keep throwing these in from time to time, so please keep your questions coming. I'm starting today by cracking on with some of the ones that I missed last time. I only got one angry response from someone I missed, so I'm going to start with him. Matt Holbrook on Facebook. I have been working from home, but not really doing a lot due to the type of role. How do I go about booking a week off work as soon as the restrictions are lifted? Now, I can only assume, knowing Matt very well, that that is to play golf for a whole week, probably 72 holes a day. How are we going to get your boss to allow it? I think it's quite simple. I think what you do, you speak to him. Don't write him a letter or send him a text or an email. Try and get him on the phone because this is serious, right? You speak to him and he's got to hear your tone. He's got to know how serious you are. And just explain how your mental state has sunk during this lockdown. And I mean, I've spoken to you. I know you're hanging on by a thread. I've been worried for you. And in order for you to function to the best of your ability, you are going to have to play golf. It's a sad but true fact. It's like a drug for you. And you are a junkie. So just tell your boss if he wants you back anywhere near the man he last saw you, he's gonna have to let you play golf for a week. And frankly, he'll probably tell you to take 2 weeks, probably tell you to take them fully paid, and just play as much golf as you can. Anyway, next question. I told you I wanted a serious and non-serious mixture. Matt Smith, thank you for your message. Best way to clean up clubs that are a bit used. Okay. Ping us a message and elaborate if I don't quite get this right. I'm thinking you're talking about maybe you found something like an old set or someone you almost want to refurbish them a little bit maybe. If there's like specks of rust and stuff on there, you could normally chip them off with like a bit of a scouring pad or a bit of wire wool or something like that. Hot soapy water is probably still the best thing. Maybe white spirit's quite good to really shine it up. Just obviously be careful when using it. Don't drink it. But generally, like the best thing's hot soapy water and a good old bit of elbow grease. I don't think there's any massive secret to it. Generally though, I'd recommend cleaning your clubs fairly regularly anyway. Like, I'm not one of those guys that gets home from around the golf, gets his clubs out the boot of the car and cleans them every time I play. I don't really have to. I think that's a bit pointless because I clean my clubs after every shot. So I'll hit a shot and then I'll clean it, put it back in the bag and walk on to the next shot. So my clubs do generally come home pretty clean anyway. But if I've got a tournament, like, it's one of my great pleasures in life to actually get the kit all sorted for the next day, if that makes sense. So that will involve bucket of hot soapy water, getting everything out, clean up any golf balls that aren't still in the box, make sure they're all looking brand new, make sure I've got the right amount of tees and all the rest of the equipment. And I love it. That sounds so ridiculous and so anal, but actually I've really enjoyed that. Normally I try and make it involve a glass of wine. I make a bit of a night of it, to be honest. Cleaning your clubs, one of my weird pleasures. Right, next question. Chris Jones on Twitter, and Chris is the king of great golfing questions. I said that the other day. Since being a pro, have you ever pulled driver on the first, knowing it was really an iron, but worried you may shank it? Now, honestly, I don't remember doing that. I've got a bit of like an anti-shank if I'm ever worried about it, and I kind of just like toe the life out of it, but it goes pretty straight, about 20 yards shorter than it probably should have done. So I don't think I've done it since being a pro. I can categorically tell you, yes, I have done it as an amateur, and ironically, I was probably a better player as a kind of good amateur than I am now anyway. I remember the hole and everything. It was the first hole. It was a county match. It was match play, so I don't even know why I was so worried. A dog leg right, almost like dead right, and the way to play the hole was like 5-iron up the left and then wedge it on, but I decided to hit like a 60-yard cut with a driver because for some reason I got it in my head like I might shank it. never forget it, but that's why it's a great question, because it's actually happened. And I bet if you actually asked all the tour pros, they could tell you a similar story. No one's perfect, guys. Right, that's enough from Q&A number 2. Guys, thanks for your questions. Like I say, keep them coming in. I've still got a few more in reserve, but I want to keep this going. And your questions are great, and they make me laugh and give me something to smile about. And hopefully you can all have a bit of a laugh during your lockdown at my expense. I'm more than happy to let you do that. See you tomorrow.